Jatera, thank you. We are, well, now less than 8 hours away before the polls open here around Greater Cincinnati, and some of our local races are being watched across the country again.
In Kentucky, voters will decide on several statewide races, including that closely watched governor's race. Also on the ballot, the race for Attorney General, Secretary of State, and a whole lot more. In Ohio, it's the issues bringing so many of you out, issue 2, and the legalization of recreational marijuana, drawing voters to the polls in big numbers. But Ohio's biggest race by far is issue 1. That's really driving folks out there. Voters are going to decide if reproductive rights should be enshrined in the state's constitution. It has helped drive a record number of voters to the polls for early voting, and it's putting the eyes of the nation here on Ohio. WLWT News anchor Chris Jacobs is live for us outside the Hamilton County Board of Elections in Norwood to break down the hot button issues for us tonight. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, Mike, Cherie, issue 1 making this a busy election season. Hamilton County alone usually sees about 25% voter turnout in an off-year election. That's expected to double this year, and Ohio is the only state where abortion is on the ballot, and that's the focus of issue 1. The proposed amendment would enshrine reproductive rights in the Ohio Constitution. It also has clauses protecting women seeking an abortion and allows an abortion at any stage of the pregnancy if the woman's life is in danger. It's a divisive issue that has activists on both sides working overtime to push their message. The polling does appear to be lopsided. The most recent numbers show support at 57% and opposition at about 35%, but both sides say the numbers are on their side.
We know that Ohio, again, is the state where the pro-life movement was founded, and if we look to our last elections, we look at how Senator J.D. Vance won, we look at how our state won for Trump. If our people get out to vote, we are going to defeat this issue.
It is really important that we win this thing, and it's really important that Ohioans understand that what happens here is setting the framework for what can happen in other states for 24 and beyond.
Now, Ohio's heartbeat law that went into effect after Roe v. Wade was overturned remains on hold. It bans most abortions at approximately 6 weeks with no exception for rape or incest. So right now, abortion in Ohio remains legal up until 22 weeks. Reporting live in Norwood from the Board of Elections, Chris Jacobs, WLWT. News 5.
Chris, thank you. And you know, Ohio is not the only state seeing a big election tomorrow. Yeah, Kentucky could be getting a change in leadership, as we mentioned. Current Governor Andy Beshear, the Democrat, and the Republican Attorney General Daniel Cameron battling it out. Both men making stops in northern Kentucky in the last week or so. Polls now showing the two are neck and neck. About a month ago, 13-point lead for the Democratic incumbent. A lot at stake in this race. Underlying issues of abortion rights, economic development, and education will weigh on the minds of Kentucky voters as they decide between Governor Beshear or Daniel Cameron. Okay, so Ohio's polls will be open from 6:30 in the morning until 7:30 tomorrow evening. Voting hours in Kentucky and Indiana are from 6 until 6 local time. Now, for a full guide on issues in your area and the candidates, scan the QR code here on your screen. We're going to bring you our Commitment 2023 coverage through tomorrow night so that you can get those race results as soon as they are called.